Hello, Dustin and Tibago, and anyone else who is watching. Welcome to another stream. I had a bit of a long day today, so we're just going to chill with some Dorf Romantic. Nothing too exciting. Um, However, if I just get this set up. There we go. Let's get some background music going. There. So, there is a monthly challenge in this game, and I did do that on my last Dorf stream, but today is a new month, so there is a new monthly challenge, and it's quite difficult. Um, you start with only 10 tiles, which is not very much at all in this game, and they're not particularly convenient tiles either. You've got railways right from the start and so on, and this number up here, 0 out of 500. In theory, you can place up to 500 tiles in this mode, but it's actually very difficult to get to 500 tiles without running out. If you do that, you'll manage about 40,000 points, and so far about 8 people have managed that. And I am not one of them. My high score is about 4,000. So I'm just going to play a few rounds of this and see how I go, and then if I get bored of that, I'll go on to another mode of this or even a different game. I'll just see how it goes. So one thing to note about this mode is you get the same tiles every time you play. So you will always start with these two rail pieces and then this piece with a field on it and so on. So if you play it enough times, you can start to put together a strategy for how you're going to approach it. I really haven't done that. But I do know there's going to be a field quest with a lot of fields, so I need to make sure every field is connected to maximise that. I know there's going to be a lot more railroad quests, so I shouldn't just close this off immediately, and so on and so forth. Can I remember exactly how it's going to go? No. I'm going to put this here. Actually, I'm going to put it over here. Dustin/Tibago, is the game music volume good? Let me know if I need to turn it up or down. This piece is also a railway, which is all good. Seems good? Okay, good. Yeah, so this railway needs 7 pieces, so it needs to... I'd like to join it up to this piece, but I don't think that's possible. You see, I'm already down to 6 tiles. So you do run out very quickly. I'll do that, they won't connect. It's fine, thanks, Steve. I think I'll just build this out this way and then connect this one up later. Stick this empty piece here. Yeah, then we can start coming this way. Okay, here we actually have a junction, so that's good. Here's the field quest I was mentioning. So I need to get 5 more fields to complete this quest. So I've only got 4 tiles left. So it's going to be close. I might be one short here, in which case I'll have to restart. Yeah, there we go. So I need to plan how I put them down so that, well, I don't have to resign, Dustin, because the game's already over. I need to plan how I'm going to put those down so that I don't run out. I do think putting the field over here is the right call, because then I can get this field on the same side. And this definitely has to go here because it's got 2 fields in it. Although it could go here, actually. Yeah, I might put it there. Let's go this way. And then we'll use this field as part of the field quest. That might help things. Okay, I think this is a slightly better start. To leave space for this rail piece. Let's go there and then there and there. Okay, so hopefully I can connect all these fields together now. Hopefully. Is that... No, it doesn't work, unfortunately. I've already got 3 around here, and I've got a field coming up that covers 3 sides, so I need to not put any more fields here. I need to put more fields over here. And then do that. Okay, so now we're down to our last tile again, but now our last tile actually has a field on it, so we can complete the quest and get 5 more tiles. So the whole game, in this mode, you're just barely on the edge of running out of tiles. I actually can't close that off. It's annoying. Okay, this might have been a bad idea as well with this railway. That fits nicely. Okay, and then I have a house. So the problem with the houses is I've put some of the houses over here and some of the houses over here. So I'm going to run out again. I think. Get a piece in there. Oh, I'm just going to barely make it with this railway because I've got to complete those quests. Get another 10 tiles. So again, I was almost going to lose there. What does that actually mean, Dustin? I know I've been around Twitch long enough that I should know, but I don't really. Let's go that side. Actually, I won't be putting any fields over here, so let's put a house on that side. This needs to go and finish this house square. Can you see? Well, no, I don't have 7TV or better TTV or any of those emote thingies, Dustin. I have considered setting them up, but I have not got around to it. So I've only got Twitch emotes. And I will have my own emotes soon. I have a commission being worked on for some emotes of my own. Obviously available only to subscribers, of which you are currently one. Okay, we're in slightly better shape now. We did another quest, so we've got 11 tiles. I still need to finish this field quest. But I don't want to put a field here that's got a railway on it. I want the railways to be over here. So I might use this one. Oh, that's a quest. That's annoying. Yeah, I can't put it here then because it doesn't fit. First emotes take 1 to 2 weeks to get approved, so accounts might not even get to use them, but sometimes one emote slips automatically. Okay, that's good to know, Justin. Yeah, the massive gift sub was a bit awkwardly timed. It was like right at the start of my first affiliate stream, so I haven't sorted out, emotes or channel point rewards properly, or any sort of proper graphics for my stream, or getting the alerts set up, or really anything like that yet. So the experience for subscribers is not quite what it would be if I'd had a bit more time to set things up. But you don't get ads, so that's always a bonus. And you get my gratitude as a streamer. Fortunately, no railway quests showing up, so I'm placing all these rails for no good reason. One. I need to leave space for this one to come through, so I'll put this one up here. And then one there. Okay, now we have a water quest. That's another thing I should probably have done, is left this water open so that I could add another piece to it. Then that would leave only one fewer water tile needed. Oh right, okay, yes, it is nerve-wracking, and in fact, I think I've messed up again because, yeah, I'm going to be one tile short on this river as well, but we'll see how far we can get with it. I think I want to keep that away from other things, except possibly the houses, because there's lots of houses around this one. So we'll go there. Probably good to block off a few of these railways before it gets a bit much. There. Hey there, Stoic. Thanks for checking out my stream again. Playing something a bit different today. Yes, thank you again for your support, especially your subscription. And yes, this is only supposed to be a chill stream, so do feel free to chill. I've had a bit of a long day, so we're just playing something a bit more mindless rather than my last stream, which was Scrabble, where I had to actually think about what I was doing. And, you know, I was on a timer and so on. Right, at some point there's going to be another field quest. So I need to start thinking about that. So there's 4 fields there that I can use for one of those. Railway pieces are awkward. Let's go there. This. Oh, I've done another stupid thing. I've blocked off my houses with the railway here, so I can't put the house piece over there. I can put it here. Yeah, it's just an extension. I know that, Dustin. I probably should, because well, I haven't actually got the chat up on the stream at all at the moment, but when I have the chat up on the stream, it's just the Twitch emotes. I don't have the extension that's needed to actually show BTTV or 7TV emotes on the chat overlay. So I want to look into that first, but yeah, I will do that. Basically, every house here needs to go towards this quest, otherwise I'm going to run in. I'm using Twitch Studio at the moment. I know a lot of people use OBS, and I probably will switch over to OBS at some point if I need more advanced stuff. But Twitch Studio seemed like the obvious choice because I'm streaming on Twitch and it's made by Twitch and it's designed for streaming, and I didn't really know what I was doing. But maybe it wasn't the best option. we've got a big thing of houses coming up, so I'm actually going to put this one over here. This one needs to go water, and then this will, yeah, this plus the next one will complete my quest there. Yeah, that's been my experience of it. I mean, as I say, I really don't have that much set up. I'm not a super serious streamer yet, despite what my sub count might have you believe. I really don't know what I'm doing. So I think it's been fine so far for everything that I've wanted to do. This piece is very tempting to put here, but I'm going to be over here. The houses, I think. Yeah, because we're going to get another house quest here. We can connect these two bits. Yeah, then we need 11 more. We're not going to get 11 more with 3 tiles. Can I actually finish any of these quests in time? So I need 3 more. I need 6 more railways. I've got 2. I need 3 more water, and I've got 1. So the answer to that is no. But I should get more tiles from this piece. Gets me another tile. Yeah, that's not going to be enough though, because yeah, I'm not 1 tile now. Gets me 1 more. But that's just a railway, so I think that's as far as I can go here, and then get another tile. That's as far as I can go, I think. Oh, actually, okay, that got me 3 more. I might still be in with a chance here. Still need 5 more rails. Basically, I need another water tile, then I'll complete these 2 quests and get 10 more. Field quest. Can go here. I think there is an advantage to having 2 smaller fields rather than 1 big one, because then the quests it gives you are smaller. Oh, add a browser source and then use. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. I will probably end up doing something like that to get the chat overlay. Yeah, see, the problem I'm getting now is I've got this quest for 75 houses, which is a lot when you've only got 3 tiles. So it might be beneficial for me to maintain 2 smaller housing areas, but then that means the quests take longer to complete. And it hasn't given me any more water. This is only going to give me 3 more rails, and I need 4. So I'm actually better off putting the rails here and hoping for a water tile to show up. But the water tile does not show up. Yeah, there we go. So I almost reached my high score, but not quite. So I'm going to give it another go. If I was taking this super seriously, I could be writing down the sequence of tiles that I get, because it is going to be the same every time, and then I could plan how I'm going to lay out my dorf. But I'm not taking it that seriously. So I have a fairly good idea that that's the best start, because it completes that quest straight away. I wonder if I actually want to close off this railway and start another one. I would want the fields. That might actually be a better layout for the fields. Later on we get the one that's half field and half houses. So I think that tile that's 3 tiles down is the quest. It's annoying that this isn't a perfect placement. And if I do this, then I can't put the quest in the gap that I've made because maybe this and then close this railway off after 2 quests. That might work. So that there is okay. Yeah, then these 2. And then so the next end piece I get, I close this railway off. That's the idea. And start using this one down here. You like Streamlabs, T-Bogo? Yeah, I haven't actually checked out any streaming software apart from Twitch Studio so far. I just realised I can do this. Make a completely pointless railway. I think this is okay because I think the next quest it gives me will be lower because assuming I can close this off. I wonder if I should have used this closing piece here. Alternative is I can put that there. Because I know I get a piece with like 5 branches on it, which I could put over here. So yeah, so now I can fill in these fields a bit better. Actually, not really, because if I go here, then I'm going to break it. It's harder than it looks. I can do that, but I still need to place 2 more fields to complete the quest. So I need to do that. Can go up there. Okay, so I do get another quest on this same railway, so I'll use that one. Right, this time I need to remember to leave this water accessible so I can put more rivers off of it. We'll do that. Actually, we won't do that because I need to put a house here. We'll let it out this way. It'd be nice if this railway piece could somehow be the bit that finishes this field, but I've sent my railway over here. Most lightweight and most complex. Yeah, it seems to be the one that proper streamers use. As I say, I don't really consider myself a proper streamer at the moment. Yeah, I'm going to put this piece over here because this piece makes it very difficult to plan anything because it's all over the place. And again, we're on our last piece and just about to lose, but we do get a quest. Which is good. And then we get another quest. This piece also a mess. We'll put that down as well. And then when I get my housing quest, I should have lots of houses here to work with for help. Actually, put that there. Still need. I need a field that is filled on 2 edges, and I haven't had one. So I'm again rethinking how to start the game and thinking I should leave it so I just need 2 smaller fields instead of this big one. Works reasonably well. Not actually. This tile is already broken, so there's no need for me to match the edge of it. Might just go there. Can't remember what the water tile has along it. I'll go here. Yeah, I think I might lose again just because I don't have a way to complete both of these quests, unfortunately. I might be forced to complete one of them and break the other one. Which is... I can't really afford to lose a quest, so I'm going to start again. It is hard, Dustin, although not as hard as Scrabble, so there is that. Scrabble is easy. Did you see my last stream? I disagree, Dustin. Although, at least Few hasn't shown up yet and complained that the trains aren't moving. That's happened on my last dorf stream. Oh, there you are. I wondered when that would happen. Well, yeah, I haven't even got any trains yet. Hello, Few. Welcome to the stream. I'm not. Yeah, I'm. Well, as per your request, Few, I am not playing Scrabble. I'm playing Dorf Romantic. I'm gonna try putting this piece here and see how that goes. So looks like the board game 1830. It's I guess it's the same sort of genre. There is actually a board game of this, which I prefer the computer version of it just because the board game is quite small. It's got about 80 tiles, which sounds like a lot, but compared to what you can build when you have unlimited tiles. But yes, yeah, so that also has hexes and train tracks, so it is going to look similar. Maybe try putting this piece. Should put this piece here. The annoying thing is I want to put a tile here where I can't yet because I haven't built there. Carcassonne. Well, if you include all the various expansions for Carcassonne, you can get hundreds and hundreds of tiles. So this is also similar to Carcassonne. In particular, the rule about you have to place the same type of thing, so houses or fields or grass. That's the same as Carcassonne, except that Carcassonne has square tiles. And that doesn't have railways because that's set in medieval period, I believe. I'm just wondering if I can use one of these railway tiles to count towards my goal of field tiles, just to make things easier. Hello, Miggy. I did catch you in Loon stream a moment ago. Thank you for dropping by. Still no emotes, unfortunately. Waiting on Loon for that. I'm sure she is working on them as well as playing Stardew Valley. Maglevs and self-driving cars in Carcassonne. I haven't seen that particular expansion, although I know there are many expansions for Carcassonne. I think there's about 20. Hi, yes, Miggy. I'm a bit tired today, honestly, which is why I am just streaming this nice, relaxing, chilled game rather than the Scrabble I was streaming last week, where I kept running out of time because I was focused on the stream. But this game has no time limit, so it's a lot more laid back. You can just sit here and look at the houses and watch the birds fly over if you want to. Do speedruns? Yeah, no. I think I've just made clear that's the exact opposite of what I want to do for you. Have you done Scrabble speedruns, Few? Like, I mean, it would have to be something other than just fastest game, because that would just be 6 passing. I know you did. Oh yeah, fastest to play a 15-letter word, or to play a specific highest possible score 15-letter word. Yeah, getting that in 1 minute is actually quite an achievement. I don't know if there's a speedrun.com category for Scrabble or anything like that. I'm not sure anyone is there's enough competition to set up a leaderboard. I think it would just be you and Dustin. Lowest combined score. Minus 84. So is that what Z, Q, J, K, and a bunch of 4-point tiles would be the lowest possible score? So that's basically that's like Dustin when Dustin tried to beat HastyBot, except instead of exchanging all your high point tiles, you exchange all your low point tiles, and hope to draw high point ones. And obviously you can't play off any tiles because that would score points. We can't be having with that. Oh, for French, yes, because in French W is a 10-point tile, isn't it? Or maybe not 10 points, but it's less common than it is in English. I know that. So hopefully in a moment here my planning will pay off, and I will have put this. Yeah, I left a space here because I knew this junction tile was coming, and then I can complete the quest. You had minus 85. Okay, so you were close. I wonder what language has the lowest possible score, because different languages have different rules, obviously, for the how many points the tiles are worth. Yes, Phew, this is what you came for. Look, there's a train and it's moving. Sanskrit. Okay, I have never seen Sanskrit Scrabble before. That does sound intriguing. And okay, so that has 15 10-point tiles. So yes, that would make the lowest possible score even lower, I think. Only exists as Super Scrabble. Okay, that's interesting. So is that because all the words are really long? I think this. Okay, I'm going to assume that's Sanskrit that you've just pasted there for you. Um, oh, is this because it has a huge alphabet, so you need more than 100 tiles? Therefore, you have to have a bigger board, I guess, in order to have space to play all those tiles. Because yes, obviously some languages have much more than 26 letters in them. That's the easy version. Okay, I don't want to see what the hard version looks like. So yeah, I mean the obvious example of a language where you can't really play Scrabble is Chinese, because you would need thousands and thousands of tiles. I don't know if it's possible to play Scrabble in something like Korean, where because the characters are made up of vowel parts and consonant parts, so you could have some sort of system where you have to put the two parts together to make a tile or something like that. I don't know. 111 to 20 point tiles. Okay, 20 points for a tile is certainly not something you get in English Scrabble. That would give you a very low score if you ended the game with one of those tiles. So that's all one tile, is it? That, because that looks like 3 or 4 characters you've put in there. I've just realised I've been paying no attention to where my houses are, and now they're all over the place. I think this is the best place. I have left space for my river. That's going to be here. This is a lake at the moment, yes, but it will become a river when the river tiles show up. The way this mode works is you always get the same tiles in the same order, and you just have to try and place them in the best arrangement. So I know there's a bunch of river tiles coming. I don't really know where to put this now. Do Macondo Sims? What, on stream? That might be a pretty boring stream. It would just be watching a number in a console window slowly increasing. I mean, even by my standards, that's not very interesting viewing. Oh, I see. Oh, you want me to write a dorf romantic simulation to figure out the optimal tile placement. I don't know if anyone's done that actually. That would be an interesting project to try, because yes, you could actually, since you're getting the same tiles in the same sequence every time, you could have a program sort of brute force a solution. Although you'd only have 2 weeks to figure it out, but before the end of the month, so. Okay, well I've managed to do all my quests, which is a good sign. I've got 19 tiles. So this is a better start than my previous one. Infinity Words, which is Fuse 24/7 word anagramming game, has just raided me with a party of 3. I thought you were trying to leave that stream with more than 3 viewers to get it affiliate. So you've kind of just emptied out all your viewers there, but fair enough. Let me just shout out Infinity Words. Oh, they're all you, are they, few? Okay, fair enough. Although I think one of them might have been me. So I've just raided my own stream. Infinity Words, for anyone watching who is not few but is a fan of anagramming, is an interactive Twitch game where you anagram words. And Few is quite good at it, and there are a few other people on there who are quite good at it. But it does start you off with just sort of 2, 3, 4 letter words, so anybody can give it a go. Yeah, I mean, Even if it's not your thing, you might as well drop the channel a follow. Okay, my priority now needs to be completing this housing quest, so all the houses are going to go over here. Viewers bot is one of the viewers. Yes, interestingly, Twitch now has you down as Raider from Infinity Words view, even though you were already talking in this stream. I'm not sure how that's supposed to work. Might actually put this railway here because it contributes another house to the housing quest, and then I can potentially contribute more houses to the housing quest. I might actually, I'll put this one here and then I'll use this one. Yeah, then that can go there because I know I'm getting a water train station which I can put here. That can finish that railway. This is the most useless railway ever. Viewers bot can't talk anymore? Oh, what, you mean it can't talk in my channel? Because it could before. I know I had to VIP your main account so that could talk, but I thought viewers bot could talk. Yes, T-Bago, so Welsh Scrabble has its own set of tiles with their own point values, and yes, it actually has tiles that have 2 letters on them, which is something that obviously the English language version doesn't have. There are other languages such as Catalan that have double letter tiles. Well, no, few. I think even on Super Scrabble, that word is too long to be playable, and it's also not a word, it's the name of a place. A name of a place I've actually been to in Wales. But there isn't much there, apart from a gift shop and a railway station with the sign, and then people take their photo outside of it. I don't think you should put it in cell view. It's not common, it's not lexicon, and in fact it's not even English, so it fails on all 3 counts. I might close off this field because then my next field quest will be smaller. I don't think it is. I mean, Emma Bot is in the chat if you want to. I'm not going to type all that out, but if you want to try defining it, you're welcome to. This railway is getting a bit crazy. I need to close some of it off. On the other hand, I'd quite like to use these houses over here. But yeah, maybe I'll do that because I haven't only got 10 tiles left. And I can use this tile to close off one of them, maybe. Not easily, I can't actually. Okay, for you that implies it's in CSW as well, which I definitely think is wrong, because you've got the hash sign on there. Not sure what to do with this piece. It's in CSW, but CSW doesn't go above 15 letters, I thought. I thought it was only Cell that had 16 plus. I'm going to put that there. CSW only because it's in the UK. Okay, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, if UK place names are allowed in Scrabble, then I would definitely be at advantage because I know a lot of them. Yeah, that's roughly what it translates as, Tibago. That is correct. Which is a bit of a mouthful for a place name, really. I think they were just showing off. If I do this... Okay, yeah, then the next tile I can complete the quest with. So I can put this one somewhere where it fits better. Such as here. And then, yeah, so I can put this tile here, complete my quest. Oh, I can't put this tile here. I've planned this a bit wrong. I can't put this tile here because the track has to do a sharp bend. You have a meeting goo in 3 minuets. Okay, Few, good luck with that. Not sure how I'm going to make use of this piece now. I might just have to stick it over here and forego the water tile, which is a shame. It might cause me to lose again. We'll find out. Put this here in preparation for my next housing quest. And then this one can go here. Actually, I might put this one here because obviously I'll be able to connect to that later. Now I'll put it here. I believe, Teabagger, that's a place in New Zealand, if I recall correctly, and that's the Maori name for it, which, yes, is also quite elaborate. I have heard somebody pronounce that once. I don't know how they do it. Okay, this is where I'm collecting empty tiles, so I'll put it here. Now I need to get the water train station in here to finish off this river. I think that's coming soon. Got the next housing quest. I need 20 more, that's not too bad. Put these towards the quest. Okay, so the water train station did finally show up, which is good news, because it means I can do this. It's the only piece that can actually connect the rail and the water together, which is quite important at the moment, because I have a tile with both of them going in, but I knew it was coming. Unfortunately, yeah, see, I need 2 more waters here, and I've got 1 here and 1 here, so placing this here is actually losing, which is unfortunate, because I can't complete this housing quest here. And yeah, I still got 4 to go on the railway, which I think is closer than I got last time, but I have lost again. Oh, that's the definition of the, or the translation of the Maori place. The summit where Tamatea, the man with the big knees, the slider, climber of mountains, the land swallower who travelled about, played his kuauau to his loved one. Now that would be a nice word to have in Scrabble. If you draw a K, 2 U's, 2 A's and an O, Maybe it already is, but I don't recall seeing it before. But then I haven't learnt sixes at all, so that might be why. I'm intrigued to know what the slider means. Like, did he spend all his time sort of doing one of those football celebrations where you slide around on your knees? I'm going to give the monthly challenge one more go and see how that works out, and then I'll probably switch to the normal mode where I've got my huge map that I like to add to every now and then. I think I decided that this was okay, and that was a good idea. I'm wondering if that would actually be better. No, because then you have 2 more houses here. Maybe that, and then put the big piece here. Yeah, let's try that. Every time I play this, I should, in theory, get a slightly better start. We'll see if that's true. This bit right here is annoying because I want to place the quest here where my mouse is, but you can only place pieces if they're adjacent to existing pieces. So the start is really awkward for that reason. The alternative would be to place the start here, and the piece below the quest start would go here. But then I can't place the tile here either. So the only other option is to put it up here. And actually that doesn't even unlock that tile either. So it is all a bit awkward. And then I've got this railway going off to nowhere. The other option is to try and pair it with this one and just make like the world's tiniest railway. I don't think there's anywhere I can actually do that and not mismatch the edges. Oh, up here might be okay. Yeah, let's... Oh no, sorry, I decided I needed to use one of these fields to complete the field quest, so it actually needs to be over here. Or here. Yeah, here would be good if the field was pointing towards the gap and not towards the house. That's unfortunate. We could do that and just ignore the fact that this boundary mismatches. That's probably good enough. Then we can put this actually here. And then we still don't have anywhere to put this. You have to sort of visualize like 10 moves in advance, which is not easy to do with this game. I'll stick with that. The next piece can go here because it's got a house on it, and then I can use a bend there. I'm going to put that piece there, this piece here, and then when we get that piece that has 5 different rails on it, it can go here. If we survive that long, which hopefully we do. So yeah, then that fits there. Do we run out of... I don't know if that rail quest is actually forced, otherwise we run out of tiles. Go there. Yeah. Yeah, then we just lose. Okay, it's not that simple. One day I'll find the correct answer. I know that's how you start. It's after that. So I think that doesn't actually work, which is a shame. That doesn't work because the house is in the wrong place to end the railway. Although, I wonder maybe if we just eat this not mismatching and then see what... no, Dustin. Not at this and not at life in general. I'm definitely not. My next crazy idea is to just finish this railway and put the train down here for the quest. Because then it only wants me to put 2 more rails, so I can actually do it. So yeah, there's this, apart from this one mismatch here, which hopefully isn't game ending. Well, exactly, Dustin. Nobody's really winning. As with a lot of Maori mythology, Tamateo, while referred to as a man, is actually a volcano. Okay, so yes, volcanoes are renowned for their big knees and their sliding. But yes, land swallower, and I suppose mudslides and so forth. That all does start to make sense then. Yes. Or maybe he was just non-binary, you know. I mean. Okay, yes, they were born a man, but they identify as a volcano now. Right, I need to think what I'm going to do with this piece, because I think I still need to put one of the... Do I need one more field to get the field quest? I can't remember now. Because if not, I can just do this with the railways. So they're actually... Yeah, that might be better. Then... that. As well as getting everything to fit and completing all the quests, you also want to keep the whole thing fairly compact. So that you get bonuses from matching the tiles. So you don't really want it to be long and thin. In a perfect one of these would be like a perfect hexagon, which is not quite what I've got here. But I have left space for this now. And I can do that. And I can do that. Yeah, I still need one more. Yeah, I need the one that comes with this railway. So basically what it's doing is it's forcing me to have a rail piece here, which is awkward because I'm not building the railway over there, I'm building the railway over here, because I didn't want it to interfere with the fields. So yeah, no matter how you start this out, you've got to compromise on something. And I think it's just figuring out what you can compromise on and not lose. Well, actually, it hasn't given me that piece now. Is that because I undid? Oh, no, hang on, yes. It doesn't fit like that. Yeah. Okay, I think I've lost this one as well. Okay, I'm going to try one more time. If I want to use a piece with a railway on, I have to leave space both ends for the railway to actually go on. Need to bear that in mind. No. Other way around. Start like that to complete the quest. And then... something I haven't tried here. See, there is something I haven't tried, which is putting this piece here. And then having these two as the straight pieces and that as the branch. That might actually work. do something different here. Maybe just that. Yeah, then I can put this piece here. And yeah, then I've got space to put one of these in, which I need to do. That. And that goes there, that goes there. Okay, there's not one there. It's close. Maybe this is what you're supposed to do? I don't know. And then when I get the junction piece, it can go there. And I think I might just start another railway going this way. That piece goes there, just in time to complete the quest. That goes there. Yeah, I'm not getting it perfect, unfortunately, but I can put this here, and this here. And then I need two more, and I've got two ends to it, so it should be doable. Because that doesn't give me a perfect. Doesn't give me a perfect either. Okay. No, it's not doable because I don't have an extra perfect to get the next tile. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna get. I know I keep saying this will be my last one, but I'm gonna try one more time. Annoyingly, I'm getting less far every time. There. Yeah, close this off and get offered a smaller quest. This needs to attach, if possible. Which it can, like that. And I can send the train this way. Okay, this might work. Yeah, the last one, debugger. I promise, this is the last one. Yeah, see, now I get this quest. And if I look ahead, my next rail tile is going to have a house and then a blank space, so I can put that there. So I can preemptively put this here, or actually here is better. Yeah, so this tile now fits perfectly. This one doesn't, but that's okay. This is sort of further out than I'm going to get perfects anyway, so I can do that. I don't want to... If I'm going to get another end piece, I might actually want to start another railway. Because the smaller the railway you have, the easier the quests are. So ideally you want to start one, do a quest, then immediately close it off and then start another one. It's just, sometimes the game will be annoying and sneak in a quest when you haven't finished the previous. Ophelia6277, thank you very much for the raid. I know for a fact that you are a fan of Dorf Romantic because that's exactly what you were playing just before you raided. So I hope you enjoy it, and welcome to all of the other raiders, Commandant Herder, Otto the Potato, Harry GRN, Runnybee, Luke Ainsworth, who by the way is I think the current first place on this month's monthly Dorf challenge, so Luke is somebody who knows their Dorf Romantic, I'll tell you that. Thank you all for dropping by. This is not the only game I play, but it is a regular feature on my stream, so feel free to drop a follow. And thanks Tibago for doing the shout out, I was just about to do that. Yes, do follow Ophelia's stream if this is something you want to see more of. How did you know? Well, because I was in your stream before I started this one. That's how I knew. Right, I need to be very careful here that I don't completely mess up the quest again. I need to put... yeah, Ophelia, by the way, is much better than me at this mode and probably at Dorf in general. I believe you were pushing 30,000 points last time I saw you, whereas so far my best is 4,300 points, and I've restarted like 6 times in this stream because I can't seem to get the start going properly. But you know, this is not meant to be a super serious stream, it's just meant to be a bit of chill, so I don't actually care how well I do it. Not quite like Ophelia's stream the other day where things were getting quite tense as we repeatedly got down to the last tile and saved it at the absolute last possible moment. Yeah, see the problem I keep having is this, and then oh yeah, it's difficult to focus for that long, Ophelia, especially while you're streaming. But yes, congratulations on getting back into the top 10 and passing 30k. The problem I'm having is every time I try to finish this field quest, I end up like this, and then I'm completing one quest and failing the other, which is just not good enough in this mode. So I think I'm planning something wrong at that stage. I think what I need to do is integrate this rail tile that has an extra field in it, and I haven't figured out how to do that. I'll restart this now actually, because there are Dorf people here who can tell me what I'm doing wrong. Rather than few did actually offer a suggestion, which was to write a computer program to simulate this game and figure out the optimal play, which is an interesting idea for this monthly mode challenge, because it is a fixed every time you start you get the same tiles in the same order, so it is fixed. Hello Braytak, yes, you're another viewer of Dorf Romantic, I believe, from Lady M's stream, so yes. Started trying to just get it done, potentially cost me a lot of points after doing another stream. Yeah, I mean that's fine. I mean you've been going a couple of hours, so I think yeah, probably a good idea to call it there. So yeah, now let me see if I can remember how I was starting this. But yes, thank you everybody from Ophelia stream for checking out my stream. As well as this, I do other puzzle games, and I also play Scrabble sometimes, although I'm pretty terrible at it. There are a lot of good Scrabble streamers, including the current Scrabble Players Champion, who stream regularly, so I'm not sure my content really compares to them. 6.5 hours, Ophelia. Yeah, that is a lot of Dorf. I know you tend to sort of talk and Dorf, but yes, that is a long time to be streaming. I don't blame you for taking a break at that point. Yeah, no, I'm perhaps overthinking this. I'm trying to set everything up knowing what tiles are going to come, and trying to plan how that they will fit in. And it might be that I'm just doing it wrong. I don't know. And I know here that there will be 2 field quests, and I will have to use absolutely every field I get to actually complete those field quests before I run out of tiles, which does limit where you can put the fields. Is the start possible to remember at some point? Yes, I was hoping I would play the start enough times that I would just remember it. So far that hasn't happened. I've tried putting this piece here, I've tried putting it here, and I've tried putting it here, and none of them have actually worked out that well. But I feel like those are the only options that make any sense, because you don't get a piece that would allow you to connect that in time. You don't get a piece that would allow you to connect that in time. You only get pieces with one field on them, and you have to sort of fit them all together. Yeah, about 15 to 20 tries. Okay, yeah. I think that might be about where I'm at. I'm going to go with this option again, see if I can make it work. Yeah, the other dilemma was whether to close off this railway and start a new one for the next quest, or to continue this railway. If I close it off, I can't do a perfect time. So I think I was putting this here, and then you get this annoying piece, which I think I decided this had to be one of the fields that was used for the field quest, although I might be talking nonsense. But yeah. Let me put that down. I ended up having to sacrifice a bunch of perfect matches in order to get the quests, which I guess is what you're supposed to do. Hello, John Titian87. Thank you very much for the follow. Bye, Luke. Have a nice evening, and yeah, if anybody else from the raid feels like following the stream, please feel free to do so. You unfortunately missed last week's stream, where somebody dropped in and gifted me 50 subs, so pretty much everyone from that stream was subscribed, such as Dustin Few and a few other people who are in chat at the moment. You definitely need to focus on not sacrificing. You don't have to try to do perfect and keep tiles close together. Yes, I have tried to be doing that. Try not to extend it too much length. Yeah, so I'm trying to make it round and not long and thin. Although again, it's not it's difficult to always do it perfectly. I think I can get away with this because I know there's a junction piece coming. I can just go over there. Yeah, but then you see you've got this, and then that's suboptimal for the junction. So I don't want to do that, and then that, and then that, and everything fits together nicely. But also always keep an eye on the stack. Yeah, so I know that I'm going to run out of tiles unless I complete the field quests. But until the field quests show up, which they're just doing now. And then, yeah, the problem is the natural way to put these is to put this one here, and then the next one here, and then the next one here. But that closes off the field and leaves you 2 tiles short. So I actually have to do this instead in order to keep it going. Which allows me to complete it because I have this open and this open. But it does leave me also this, yeah, this didn't give me a 5 before. It gave me another. It gave me only 1 more than the other quest. So maybe the order I placed the tiles affected that. But yeah, the problem I had was not being able to complete both quests, and I think I might actually have that problem. Yeah, I know, Ophelia, this is the problem. You see, now I'm not going to be able to complete both these quests because I'll put one here, and then I'll get this rail piece, and then that'll be it. And I don't, for about the next 20 or 30 tiles, you don't get any more big fields, you only get the little fields. So yeah, now I'm stuck because I didn't manage to complete that quest. And you have to complete every quest in the early stages, otherwise it just doesn't work. But yeah, I've been trying with the monthly challenge for about an hour and 20 minutes, so I'm actually going to switch over to my classic mode game, which I try to just put a bit more work into every now and then when I have a moment. So apologies that it does take a little while to load this game because it's quite a lot bigger than the other one. And so this mode is essentially, there's no hard limit like there is on the monthly challenge, and you also start with a lot more tiles, so it's a lot easier to get going. And you can, once you get a good start, you can pretty much place tiles forever without running out, because you get new tiles faster than you use them up. And yeah, I have now got 1,037 spare tiles in this mode, so you can see I'm not going to run out anytime soon. And my dwarf is this sort of size, and I've been trying to make it a neat hexagon, as you can see, and I've sort of managed, except with the rivers, where it inevitably gets a bit wobbly because of the constraints of trying to keep the rivers connected. And same with the train. So over here is train land, which is also a bit of a mess. But where there's not trains and rivers involved, I've managed to keep it a fairly neat hexagon. Look at all those fields. So yeah, so my strategy for getting effectively an infinite score on the classic mode is every type of tile is placed separately. So here are just field tiles. Here we have trees and fields. Here we have trees, fields, and houses. Here we have just houses. Here we have houses and trees. Here we have just trees. Here we have water, and here we have trains. And that's the basic plan. I started in the middle here, where all the different types meet each other. And it just fans out like slices of a pizza. So every tile, I know where I'm going to put it. Like this tile that is next to place, that has forest and houses on it. So I know that there are areas over here in the forest and house section that I can guarantee I'll be able to find somewhere to put it. And that means that pretty much every connection, other than a few unfortunate holes over in the railway and river sections, pretty much every connection is a perfect, and if you get a perfect connection, you get a tile. So if I can place every tile perfectly, I never lose tiles. And then if I complete quests on top of that, I gain more tiles, and then I end up with 1,037 tiles. So that's the basic strategy. And yes, I have 700,000 points now, but the high scores are several million, and at that point it's just a case of how much spare time do you have to play this game, and the answer is I don't have that much spare time to play this game. Yes, Ophelia, I don't think my strategy for the monthly challenge is working out at all, which is why I've switched off to this instead. But I will try it again before, well, I'll try it a couple more times before the end of the month. And then, if it doesn't work out, hopefully we get a different monthly challenge that I'm better at. One thing I'm currently working with these trees is, as you can see, I have a lot of quests here. But I also have quite a lot of flags, and eventually I want to close off the forest to clear all the flags. And if you look at the forest sideways on, this was my first forest, and then here there is a gap where I cleared all the flags, and then I made this forest, and then here's a gap where I cleared all the flags, and then I made this forest, and here's a gap where I cleared all the flags. It sort of snakes its way through, but the two forests are disconnected there. So eventually I will make another gap and clear the flags from that. So I'm bearing that in mind, and you can see I've sort of placed a line of tiles here to block off the forest, so that when I do want to do that, I just need to focus on this edge. Oh no, Ophelia, backseating me is absolutely encouraged in everything I play, apart from possibly rated Scrabble games, because that would be unfair to my opponent. But absolutely feel free to backseat me on Dorf as much as you like. I mean, not so much on this mode, because I feel like I've already done everything I need to do to play this mode infinitely. But on anything else, do feel free to share your tips or whatever. You'll notice, about the monthly challenge, yes. So you'll notice throughout all of the different regions here, I have various little ponds scattered about. when you've got a river, which is a tile like this, the two ends have to match with other water tiles. That's the only choice you have. But where you've got a lake, it can match with water, or it can match with an empty land. So you can just sort of sprinkle these little ponds throughout without affecting anything, because you can match it with an empty land instead. This piece needs to go over here. The one disadvantage to getting this far in the game is it takes longer and longer to scroll around the map to put the tile where it needs to go. Because I've come here to put a house down, and then I need to go all the way back over here to put this tile in, because it's just houses, so it belongs in this section. And then I've got a tree, so I've got to go all the way over here to put the tree in the tree section. And then I've got the railway, so railways are in this corner. Officially, oh sorry, yes. Well, I've switched off of monthly mode for now. Obviously, if this was monthly mode, I'd be doing rather well. I like to show off the different modes of Dorf and impress everybody with my giant map on this mode. So I've almost finished this railway. The railways is something I do struggle with a bit, which is maybe why I'm so bad at monthly mode. The ideal way to lay out the railways, I think, is something like this, where almost every tile is a railway, and they're all sort of neatly arranged so they tessellate with each other. Which I did manage to do for quite a while here, but I don't know if over time the game gives you fewer railways or more awkward railways, but I'm not quite managing to do that at the moment. I think it started giving me more railways that have bits of fields and trees on them. If you look here, most of these railways are just railways. There's nothing else on that tile. Whereas here, pretty much all the railway tiles have stuff on them. Oh, thank you, Ophelia, for the raid again, and feel free to look. Thank you. Thank you, Praytak, for redeeming drink water, which I will now do. Thank you. I actually needed that. Haven't been drinking enough. And yes, Ophelia, I know you were asking about emotes, so hopefully next time you check out the stream, my emotes will be done. I am getting them commissioned. I will actually shout out the artist, because they do actually stream themselves as well. Loon, who streams as Mushloon, is a Stardew Valley streamer. They play modded Stardew Valley, and when I say modded, I mean very modded. I think they have about 311 mods currently running in their playthrough. So the stream always starts with you, Loon. Hello. The stream does sometimes start with a bit of technical getting the game up and running. But they're not just a Stardew Valley streamer, they're also an amazing artist, and I will be showing you some of their work shortly once they've done my emotes. But if you take a look at my profile picture, that was also Loon's work, and I'm sure you'll agree it is amazing. Don't worry, Loon, I'm only teasing. Thank you for dropping by. I don't know if that was amazing timing or if you were lurking the whole time. But yes, everybody should go and check out Loon's stream, especially if they're a fan of Stardew Valley. Especially if they're a fan of modded Stardew Valley, because she not only streams it, she even makes some mods herself, I believe. And yes, once I have emotes on this stream, you will have that to be grateful for as well, because Loon is currently working on a commission for me. Lurking and working. That's good news, Loon. Thank you. Can you even make a wrong move here? Well, yes, Dustin, because if I place the edges so that they don't match, like this, for example, I wouldn't get a perfect for that tile, which means I wouldn't get another tile. So if I did that 1035 times, I would technically lose. I don't plan to. But yes, at this point, this game is not a serious bit of competitive gameplay. It is just something for me to play on stream when I'm tired and feel like relaxing and chatting with viewers, which is what I'm doing now. So it seems to be working out. I'm going to complete a quest here. There we go. 5 tiles. Yeah, once you get once the map gets this big, the quests do start to get a bit ridiculous. They start demanding you place several thousand houses, fields, or trees. And so, yeah, this one, for example, here, they still needs 451 fields. And I've placed quite a few fields since that quest came up. So, actually completing a quest is fairly rare at this point, but it doesn't matter because I've got enough tiles. Where to end the railway? I think this is 5 out of 6 perfect. This is the only occasional bit I have to compromise when I didn't plan correctly like this. And I have to accept that the odd imperfect edge. The game does actually give you statistics on how many tiles you managed to place perfectly, and I've managed 95% of them. So yeah, as long as I can maintain that, that basically means the game goes forever. Hey there, Ruby. Welcome back. Don't worry, I'm not going to challenge you to Scrabble today, so you can rest easy and enjoy a bit of chill Dorf romantic instead. If I can just figure out a good place for this tile. If I don't have a good place for the tile elsewhere on the map, I tend to come over to the river section, which is a complete mess, and try and find a place for it here. That's almost a good place for it. Unproductive at work today? It was a Friday, Ruby. I mean, it's Fridays are not meant for being productive at work. But yes, if you would like to just have the stream as background entertainment while you work, then that is fine with me. I think there are several people already doing that. And this is a good game for background noise, really, because I'm just placing tiles and talking. Oh, you had to move apartment. Okay, yeah, that's definitely an excuse not to do any work, Ruby. You're in the middle of moving, and I hope everything goes okay with that. Must be a place for this tile. There we go. Fits there. Oh, I see. Okay, getting it deep clean because oh well. Yes. Okay, Ruby. I mean, I can relate to that. Don't worry. I think there were if you draw the Venn diagram of Twitch streamers, Scrabble players, and people with undiagnosed mental illnesses, there's a bit of an overlap. In the middle there is a spot marked Gertchie. That's where I live. This is another awkward tile. Yeah, sorry, Ruby. I like to be blunt about these things. I've been called a lot of nasty things in my time, thanks to who I am. So I don't really care anymore, to be quite honest. Aha, perfect spot. I think doing a tier list might be taking it a bit far, Ruby, but yes, you get the point. For anyone watching who's not familiar with this game, which is probably a good half of you, because I think half of you came from Ophelia stream and therefore know exactly what I'm doing. This is a game about building a little town, which is why it's called Dorf Romantic, Dorf being the German for town. By placing these hexagonal tiles so that the edges of each tile match with the edges of the other tiles. This is the classic mode, which is the easiest mode in the game, and if you focus a little bit at the start, you can keep it going forever. But there are challenge modes, which I was playing earlier, which are a lot more difficult, and you really have to think about where you're placing every tile. But I'm not as good at those, so I'm playing this mode. And just enjoying making a massive landscape. The game also has some nice background music, which I'm unfortunately talking over. And it's just generally a good chill game. Find somewhere for this tile now. That'll do. Let's fill in this space. This is an awkward little piece because it has to connect to a railway, but it also has to connect to the trees. It has to be a railway that I don't mind stopping because it's an end piece. Make this a tiny little railway. every so often you get these completely empty tiles, and I have a little area over here where I like to keep them. Find somewhere for this one. Build too much here that isn't railways, because this is the railway area, but I think tacking this one on won't hurt. Yes, with these railway pieces, if you've got a tile like this where a railway needs to come in, but you've also got houses and trees, it can take quite a long time to find the right piece. It's always nice when it shows up. have the quest come up. I need to place 3,769 houses. That's not going to be difficult at all. Fortunately, most of those will already be there. I only need to place 198 more. So I already have a town of 3,600 houses. Much like the forests, I will eventually need to close off this town in order to pick up the bonus points from these flags. But, I'm not going to think about how much work that would be at the moment. Over here. This looks like it should fit, but it doesn't. This railway needs 5 more, so I'll try and focus my railway placements on this one. That quest is not going to work. Over here. When you see these little sort of ghost shapes, they are pre-placed quests. This one for houses. I have to be careful how I attach them. You can't always see very well what the tile is going to be before you connect to it. In this case, there's going to be houses here, so I need to make sure I line up the house like that. That's always a nice feeling when you've got a tile like this in the middle of an area that's already been placed. You get a bonus when you connect all the edges of a tile perfectly. So when you manage something like this, not only does the middle tile get a bonus, but all the tiles around it get a bonus. It does that, which is very nice. And you get 7 more tiles. $5,872 trees. No problem. Put that over here. Look, the game is now lagging slightly every time I put down a new quest. That's how big it's got. I might try and build out to this. This hexagon on the ground here shows me that, yeah, there is going to be a pre-placed quest there. I need to build towards. done with this railway. I might want to think about closing off part of it. So when I get one of these dead end tracks, I can use that. What, Dustin? Oh, Ruby's suggestion. I mean, let's be honest, Dustin, it's not really any less unhinged than your Tomodachi Life recreation of various well-known Scrabble streamers. So you're not really in a position to talk. Okay, absolutely no idea where to put this piece. I'm just going to hunt for a while till I find the spot. Actually, here is good because I need to build towards this quest. Yes, Dustin has written songs for Scrabble streamers, his real life friends, and other people like me to sing on his stream when he's playing Tomodachi Life. I think my song was about gifting subs on Twitch, which is apparently what I'm known for, although that might change now I'm streaming myself. Hopefully. A song showing your gratitude. Well, I appreciate that, Dustin. Yes. So as well as making me caricatures of myself, himself, and various other streamers, Dustin is also contemplating which of us to breed in his game. Loon, I don't know if you're still lurking, but yeah, if you thought Shanya's chat was unhinged sometimes. Everyone keeps getting denied. Well, yeah. So my one criticism of that game, which is obviously otherwise perfect in every way, is that despite being released only in 2014, which is fairly recent, it does not allow same-sex relationships. as an LGBT person myself, this is obviously something I'm not too happy with. Especially when I'm in the game and Dustin is debating which male character to put me in a relationship with. Rare moment here. We're about to complete 2 quests at once in this mode. There we go. I think I started this session with about 1,045 tiles, and I've got 1,047, so it really is. I've been playing half an hour, and I've very much made only slight progress. I think I had 700,000, now I've got 707,000. So you get an idea of how long it takes to actually get to this point. Yes, that is absolutely true. Well, it's not always parsnips, Divago. Depends who you want to date. Some of them like to eat rocks. But yes, that is true in Stardew, and it's true in a few other games as well. Palea being one of the more recent ones I've played. Yes, you can get people to like you just by giving them the right gifts. I mean, that is, to be fair, a strategy that works in real life as well. You like to give a girl crunchy amethysts to munch on? Yes, Debago, I think you and me might have similar taste in Stardew Valley romantic partnerships. Loon, of course, is playing modded Stardew and has about 47 different extra people in her town, so I don't know who she's going to romance. The most annoying tiles in this game are these river tiles that have multiple types of other thing on them, like houses and trees. Because both ends have to be a river, and yet you also need to line up the other things so that you end up placing them somewhere like this and then hoping to get a house later on that fits. So this bit is definitely a lot harder to do neatly than the other sections of the map. To find bits to close off these forests at some point. Just noticed we've come up to 2 hours. I normally stream for about 2 hours, but today I started early at Ophelia's request because she obviously she's European, so she's an hour ahead of me. She wanted to check out the stream, but didn't want to stay up too late. So shifting the time around meant she could raid into me, and that all worked out nicely. But I'm still a while off my usual finishing time, so I'm going to carry on for a bit. I am in no rush. I'll continue to chill with the dorf. Going to be an awkward one. I need to close this off at some point, and you can see I'm very close to being able to close it off with this tile. The field is just not quite in the right place for what I need. And I think we can complete our rail quest here. Yes, there we go. I feel bad for these train drivers. Stuck in this endless sea of railways. All this, and they have to follow right behind each other. Yeah, sometimes I like to just sort of pause the map with rails like this and just watch everything. It's quite relaxing. Dustin, the trains are moving. Honestly, you're as bad as few sometimes. Only sometimes, mind. Right, so that railway quest is done now. We should focus our rails on a different one. Freya False 01. Hello, and thank you for the follow. We are playing a little bit of Dorf. We're just having a chill evening and not taking anything too seriously, so I hope you enjoy. Your day is going great. I'm glad to hear that. Mine was going terribly, but then I started streaming, so that was good. Yeah, I haven't had a great day at work. I'm a bit tired. Do I stream daily? I don't really have time to commit to that at the moment, so I am currently streaming Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, starting around 9 p.m. UK time, except today when I decided to start a little earlier. I think my schedule is all set up on Twitch. I think I got that working. And you can also drop by my Discord, which is linked down below, and I post stream announcements in there as well. What are you frowning at, Dustin? The fact that I compared you to Few? I did say I had a bad day, yes. I mean, I've had worse days. It was a bit stressful at work, which is one reason that I'm playing this game and not something like Scrabble. I should try something attractive on my channel. Does my good self not qualify as something attractive, Freya? I'm sorry to hear that. But no, I'm not that kind of stream. Yes, we also have very attractive moderators. My channel is too dry. Okay, what would you recommend, Freya? I am always open to feedback for improvements. Why don't I try some graphics stuff on it? So, unfortunately, Freya, you are just slightly too late because I've just commissioned a boatload of graphics from the amazing Mushlin, who I will shout out once again. No, I won't, because I have to wait 18 minutes before giving Mushlin another shout out. I'm going to wait 18 minutes and then give Mushlin another shout out. Yes, graphics are very much in hand, Freya. And I will soon have emotes, badges, a offline screen, and more from the same person who did my profile picture down below if you want to check out their style. So you're a professional artist? Okay. As I was saying, I have just obtained the services of another professional artist, and you know I like their style, so that's what I'm going with at the moment. That might change in future, but certainly for now, I'm gonna see how this commission goes and see how I feel after that. So I'm not looking for anything else right now. But thanks for the offer anyway. And as I say. Feel free to drop by my Discord. Don't advertise anything in there, but feel free to DM me on Discord if you want to discuss anything further. Yes, that's what I was just saying. Obviously, there's nothing on my stream at the moment, but I've just commissioned a bunch of stuff. Well, yes, this other artist also did it within my budget according to my preferences. That is generally how commissions work. But thank you again for your offer. But I must respectfully decline at the moment. Well, they're not a streamer. They're a graphic artist, Debago. So they're not actually trying to brand themselves on Twitch. So they don't really put much effort into their profile. It's different with Loom because she's a streamer as well as an artist, and is therefore a coach that plays, to use your terminology. I am not finding a good place for this piece. It's annoying because it's got a rail on and a river, so wherever I put it, I'm then committed to having a river and a rail. I'm going to put it here and try and ignore it for the rest of the game. What's my thinking about furry art? I mean, I don't want it on my stream, if that's what you're asking. Again, I'm not that kind of stream. Tibago, what's your thinking on furry art? You into that sort of thing? Justin Dude does not understand the question. Justin Dude has no opinion on furry art. He is too young and ignorant of these things. Oh, no, never mind. Let me go with a so, Freya, as I say, I'm currently working with an artist. Although an overlay is not one of the things I mentioned, it is probably something that I will be obtaining from that artist in the future. So I'm not interested at the moment, especially not if it's furry themed. As I say, that doesn't really fit the channel. As I say, Freya, feel free to drop me a DM on Discord. If you follow the Discord link under my stream, you will find my Discord. And as I say, don't advertise there, but you can drop me a DM. I'm obviously not going to interrupt the stream to go and look at art or anything like that at the moment. So again, thank you for your offer, but I'm not interested at the moment. Ah, perfect fit. Look, that's always satisfying. We have another house quest here for 3,700 houses. I'm going to go and plonk that with all the others. Where does that fit? Try and avoid coming too far out. Can. Yeah, here I think is probably good. Actually, no, I'll go here. I'll have to connect it up later. Actually, I'll go here. There we go. Sort that. Yes, Tibago, although, you know, everyone has to start somewhere. When you Google me, when you Google me, there are results, but they're not me. there's a radio presenter and a glass blowing artist with the same name as me. They come up in the Google results. I imagine this channel comes up when you Google Gertrude rather than my real name. But I haven't actually tried. Well, if you're using Ask Jeeves, T-Bucko, I don't think Dustin was even born when Ask Jeeves was a thing. Probably wondering what we're all talking about. Let's continue working towards this quest. What is... Okay, there's a field. That's good. Yeah, see, I'm not even the first result when you look for content creators called Gertrude. On YouTube I have to be Gertrude with 2 Y's because Gertrude was already taken. But then I don't actually do YouTube content. Dustin does YouTube content. If anyone wants to check out Dustin's YouTube channel, it has a variety of hilarious Scrabble videos. But yeah, I've just not got the time for video editing. Streaming takes up the time that I have available for content creation, and I don't really want to invest any more time on top of that. So I'm not doing YouTube at the moment. We're going to have to compromise here and accept a 5 out of 6. Somewhere that this fits. Okay, we'll start another row. Maybe over here. Close. Not quite. Yeah, there is just absolutely nowhere to put this tile, so let's just find... no, not even there. We'll go here. We can always fill in the rest of it later. Wait till I've got a pond or something to open that quest up with. Let's go there. I kind of want to stop this river and not carry it on all the way. I'm being a bit fussy about the tile that I use there. This one can carry on a bit. I'm going to save. I'm going to put the train stations over here. So this tile with the little house thing on it, this doubles as a water tile or a rail tile. Although it's got water all the way around, you can connect a rail to it. So it's a good way of getting rid of these unfortunate bits of water that are stuck in the train area. Yeah, this has a quest on it, so I need to come over here. I need to not join these two up, otherwise I can't continue the river. So I'll do that and hope to get a corner piece. That art group name. What do you on about, T-Bagger? Or is it something that shouldn't be repeated in Twitch chat? Yeah, don't worry. If it's inappropriate, I'll block them later. Well, if they do furry art, then you know, you expect these sort of things. I haven't actually posted any rules on my Discord channel because I think common sense prevails when it's a small one like that one. Right, this is a suitable tile to open this quest up with. We just have to place a mere 6,126 trees. It's quite a long way from my forest to here, so I'm probably never going to complete that quest, but that's okay. I don't need the quests in this mode, I have enough. It's not inappropriate, just unfortunate given context. Well, now I'm intrigued. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, as I say, I already have an artist that I'm happy with, and I don't see why I'd start getting art from someone else when I've still got multiple commissions on the go. I don't know if there's been a decline in people actually wanting furry art commissioned, or what? Because I'm sure we never used to get these Twitch sales pitches in anything like this sort of volume. I mean, obviously I've not been streaming for very long, but I've been watching small streamers for a very long time, and it's not something I remember seeing until recently. So I don't know what's happened to small graphic artists that they feel the need to suddenly start doing this. Because honestly, for a small stream like this, you don't need professionally done graphics. It's something that I'm getting because I like the idea, and in my dreams I'm a successful, cozy female streamer. In reality, I'm never going to be successful, and even the female is a bit of a stretch, so I'm going all out on the streamer part and, you know, having a properly done stuff on my stream, because you only live once, why not? Yes, Dustin. I mean, Dustin has made perfectly good. I mean, I use your cube emote, Dustin, on cubing streams, and everybody likes it. So yeah, there's absolutely no reason you can't do it yourself, even if you're not an artist. If you're a small, I mean, if you're a big streamer, yeah, that one, Dustin. If you're a large streamer and, you know, it's a full-time job for you, and you're, you know, trying to attract a certain audience, and you have money to invest in it, then absolutely, it is a requirement, I think. Ruby, another subscriber of Dustin. But yeah, at my level, as I say, I think it's a nice thing to do. You know, show some support for artists if you have a bit of spare cash and you want your stream to look nice. I am very, very happy with my profile photo, my profile pic. That is more complex reasons due to me being transgender and getting gender euphoria from looking at it, rather than it being good branding for my stream. But it was a very good thing for me to do, I think, and that is not necessarily the case for anyone else. Too many Discord friend requests? Oh, what, off the back of streaming, or just in general? I haven't had really random friend requests in Discord. Although I'm not in that many Discord channels, which is possibly why. And I tend to, the channels I am in are small ones like yours, Dustin, rather than big ones with hundreds of people. Which is probably where that sort of thing comes from. I mean, yeah, not necessarily, Dustin. I like to think that my interactions with you on Discord don't always fall into one of those categories. And same with Ruby. I don't think I've scammed Ruby. I might have promoted myself, I suppose, by planning to go about my stream, but yeah, there is some truth in that. I have a few good friends on Discord now, but they didn't add me out of the blue. I knew them from somewhere else previously, usually from streamers' Discord. This is not ideal because it blocks that. Let's put it somewhere else. Don't want to introduce houses over here. That's probably fine. Actually, it's not, because I see a tile. I've just seen the tile coming up. When I put this down, another tile came up, which would perfectly fit there, but only if I don't put this one here. So instead, I put it somewhere else where it fits. Actually, there is fine. Yeah, I mean, T-Bag, you put artist in inverted commas. I think they do actually do art. It's just they seem to specialise in furry art, so it's not the sort of thing that the average Twitch streamer is going to want on their stream. But anyway, I won't talk about it anymore. It's not an important topic for conversation. Mission of YouTuber model. Yeah, so I have thought about it, Dustin. My reasons for not doing so are primarily that the reason I am streaming is to get more comfortable with my appearance. Partly with my voice, but also with my general. I want to be more comfortable talking to groups of people in real life, and this is a stepping stone to that. So having a VTuber would sort of defeat the point because I can't be a VTuber in a real life meeting. Although having said that, that would be hilarious. Like, I just imagine at work doing a presentation in front of the board, and I'm this anime girl. But yeah, so that's not the reason I'm streaming. I mean, you can put them together. Like, as with graphics on your stream, you can put a VTuber together for cheap. It's just going to be a bit basic. So, yeah, again, it doesn't fit with what I want to do. That's not saying that it's not a good idea for other people. Dustin, is that a subtle way of saying you don't like looking at me? Yes, I suppose they tend to be called PNG tubers rather than VTubers if it's just a more basic. Yeah. It's basically an image that cycles through a few frames of animation in response to you speaking, rather than a fully rigged animated 3D model. Those are easy to put together. But yes, Dustin thinks I'm ugly is what I'm taking away from this. I'm sure that was the intended message. You did make a Woogles PNG tuber, Dustin, I saw that. Did you get a takedown notice from Woogles, or were they okay with that? I never saw it. Oh right, yeah. So you were trying to capture the PNG tuber and the stream at the same time. I'm surprised Twitch Studio doesn't ever want to do it, but yeah, I mean, as we were discussing earlier in the stream, things like OBS are freely available and powerful enough to do that sort of thing. Why is this piece so hard to place? There we go. This piece is almost ideal for here because it's got two bits of tree on, but I can't use it to close off both at once. Yeah, so pre-made models, you can, I mean, as with anything else, the more something becomes popular, the more people offer cheap, easy ways to get into it. Just saying you could be a furry. I don't know why furry has to come into it, Dustin. Rest assured, I do not want to be a furry VTuber. I don't think that's something that anyone wants. Not even T-Bago, which is saying something. Let's close that one. I mean, I'm a botanist, so if I was going to be a themed VTuber, it would have to be some sort of plant. So I don't know how that would work. This is an axolotl. I don't think I've ever seen your VTuber, T-Bago. I mean, I'm not sure axolotl qualifies as furry. I mean, they don't have fur. Is the most obvious reason. Yeah, I don't think having an animal as a VTuber makes you a furry. I think it's a very common thing. Don't forget, Dustin, yours was a dog, which is something that would qualify as furry, I think. Fish, yeah, fish sonar. Exactly. T-Bago has a fish sonar. It's an interesting word coming soon to a dictionary near you. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being furry. I just personally don't see the appeal and tend to keep a distance from that sort of thing on the internet, just because I think it's best to. Dustin has been frantically Googling. Are you learning things, Dustin? Bear in mind, once you've learned something, it's difficult to unlearn it. Okay, how on earth do I not have a spot for this piece? It's just fields. That works. I need to start trying to fill in this hole I've made now. This piece is difficult to see. From this angle it looks like there's just trees there, but there's an annoying little piece of rail here, so I can't use this tile to close it off. I'm going to have to find a railway to put there. I just need to come over here. And even here there's not a lot of options. I think I'll just do that. This almost fits very nicely, but this edge isn't quite right. It's a shame. It's rather an awkward piece to work with. Might be best put over here with all these other fields. Yeah, like that, and then we can go round. I think this game is mostly dragging with the mouse at this stage once the map gets to a certain size. Getting from one part to the next. Where I actually am. Oh, yeah, see, it looks like this map is big, but it's only 410th on the leaderboards. It was in the top 100 at one point, which shows how little I've been playing recently. Have been overtaking me. But yeah, there's a lot of big maps out there. Obviously T-Bago, you're familiar with another streamer, Lady M, who has a large dorf map. She's taking a break from streaming at the moment, so I won't shout her out. But there are others, such as Ophelia, who raided earlier. I don't think hers is quite this big yet, but it's getting that way. She's been focusing more on the monthly challenges. I think Emma's was a couple of million last time I saw it. actually starting to come up to 3 hours on the stream. So that'll be my usual stop time. So I might switch. I mean, I'll still do some dorf, but I might switch over to quick mode maybe. I'm not going to try the monthly challenge again at the moment. I need my braining gear for that, which it really isn't on a Friday night. So let me just place this piece, and then we will hop over to quick mode, which last time I played on stream, I actually got a new high score in this mode. It's similar to the monthly challenge mode we saw earlier, except that you only get 75 tiles, but you do start with 25. So you're not going to lose by running out of tiles, but it's just a challenge of maximising your score in the time available. And unlike the monthly challenge, you don't get the same tiles every time. So I don't know what's coming. I have to try and... here's WTF, of course, jumping on the fact that this train isn't moving. Straight in there. There is a moving one here, WTF, if that satisfies you. But yes, if you ever want to know whether WTF is watching one of your streams, just be sure to play some trains. Also, Luke Ainsworth, I don't know if you are still lurking, but thanks very much for shouting me out. I suppose he must be streaming himself now. He's another streamer of this and similar games, but in particular he's the current leader on the monthly challenge mode, but also very high up the leaderboards in the other modes as well. So we'll say he's good at this game and better at this game than me. So this is basically the equivalent of shouting out Axotypo in a Scrabble stream, I think. So I'll do that. Yes, a few when the trains are not, when their quest hasn't been completed, they don't move, and the other train will drive straight through. This game wasn't really designed with realism in mind, so you will get things like that. What are you complaining about, Dustin? Where did all the tiles go? I started I guess you dropped off for a moment. Just to end the stream today, I decided to start a game of quick mode, which has far fewer tiles, as you can see. Currently working out what I'm going to do with these fields. This is probably good enough. T-Bago really coming in hot with the interesting facts today. Scott Joplin wrote a piece about a train collision. Crush collision parts. Are you just trying to make Dustin do more Googling? Happened where Dustin goes to school. Careful, Dustin. Stay safe out there. Apparently there's rogue trains on the loose. I completed the quest and the train isn't moving. Yeah, I don't know, Dustin, I don't know why you waited till now to drop this bombshell of information, but apparently there was a train crash, presumably of sufficient magnitude that it got a song written about it. Exactly 7 fields. That's awkward. I can't go there. Over here. I don't want this here because I'm going to put a field there next tile. So, and I can't put this here really because it constrains this tree. Actually, it doesn't constrain the tree that much. Yeah, I'll put it here. And that goes there. This can go here. We're going to place one more tree to complete that quest, which is unfortunate. This needs 3 more. I'll get 3 more from this tile. So I'm going to put this tile over here. And then use these to finish this quest, and use this to finish this quest. Now it's slightly awkward. I've got 2 things on opposite sides. You have enough tiles to spam click and finish the game. I mean, yes, that's true, Dustin. In fact, that's true at any point in the game if you spam click for long enough. But since the objective on this mode, you get a fixed number of tiles. You can only play 75 tiles and then the game's over. And the objective is to get as high a score as possible. So spam clicking will not get you the highest possible score. It might be good if you wanted to speedrun quick mode. Other than that, it's not a good strategy. I think I did show that on stream the other day. What happens if you try to speedrun quick mode? I might do that again at the end of this stream. Right, this is awkward because this needs exactly 2 placed and this needs exactly 1 placed. So if I place 2, I fail this quest. So I have to place 1 and then come back later and place another 1. Yeah, Ruby, as you could probably tell from the Scrabble game we played the other day, I am the sort of person who enjoys screwing around with games and having fun and not actually being good at them. So Tibago, I am min-maxing. It's just the max is my enjoyment and the min is my skill. So it's not your traditional min-maxing, but it is there. I promise. Right, so here we've got exactly 1 field, so we can complete that quest. Oh, actually that's a really bad idea because there's a water quest on the same tile, so we should do that. And then come back and complete it. I need 2 tracks and 4 water, so the water's more important, so I'm going to use this tile on the water. Now I need exactly 2 for that, which is convenient because I've got exactly 2. These flags get a bonus if the tile is closed off, so I'm going to close it off. Get the bonus. Put that there. Now I need 3 more. This is awkward because I can't link it to either quest without failing it. Great. I'm just gonna use it to complete this quest. Forget the other quest. So this now needs to be closed off, which is going to take a lot of tiles. I'll start that now. This also needs to be closed off, but only in one place. Well, I've got a blank tile that can generate some perfects. I'll focus on that. Still probably best to use to close that off because it also does a perfect. I'm not going to get 44 probably by the end of the game, so I'm not worried about that. Just use that. That's 23. Yeah, I'm going to lose both these quests, but complete these 3 flags, which is probably worth it. That's okay. I've got 3 more tiles to close those off. 15. Wherever I place it, I've got to find at least 8 more. Probably isn't happening. Yeah, see, this is why I don't mean max things, T-Bago, because I'm just not any good at it. Emma prefers to bounce along in her own little world. Playing Scrabble because, hey, look at all these letters. Rainy afternoon at my parents' house. I mean, it's basically crosswords or Scrabble, the entertainment options available. So either way, I'm putting words into a 15 by 15 grid, but they do cryptic crosswords, and I don't really understand the cryptic clues. So I'm going to choose the Scrabble. Right, I've only got 2 tiles left. Neither of these are going to complete this quest because this has got 1 house and this has got 5. I'm not going to complete the rail quest. I'm not going to complete the water quest. So all I can actually do is block off this thing here, which I might as well do with the tile that actually has that on. So I'll put that there, perfect, and then go there. 4,110, which is not my high score, but not bad either. We are coming up on 11 o'clock my time, which is my usual finishing time. I'm feeling alright, so I'm going to do a couple more of these and then end the stream. Cryptic clues Scrabble. Instead of forming words, players create cryptic clues for their opponents to solve. Yeah, I have always considered a mashup of the 2 games, Dustin, on the grounds that they both have a 15 by 15 grid to put letters into. That was a ChatGPT stream idea. You've been asking ChatGPT for stream ideas. No, I'm nowhere near that sophisticated. I just think, this is a game, I'll play it. Yeah, that is, I mean, you would need to find somebody to play with who has cryptic crossword skills as well as, I mean, I suppose you don't need Scrabble skills particularly, because they can be simple words you come up with. I suppose the problem with that idea is that your opponent would have no incentive to create a clue that you could actually solve. So they'd just create an impossible clue and then you wouldn't be able to get it, and then they'd win because, well, I don't know. Anagram, you can only play anagrams. T-Bago, that actually exists in a sense. There is a mode on Woogles.io, which was the Scrabble website I was using last week, where you don't have to play valid words. What you play has to be an anagram of a valid word. So yeah, that actually kind of exists, although it isn't called Anagrabble. It's called Wordsmog. Which is an anagram of OMG words, which is what Woogles calls Scrabble because they're not licensed to use the Scrabble trademark name. So the traditional name for it is Clabbers, which is an anagram of Scrabble. So yes, that is actually a thing that Scrabble players do, T-Bagger. You'll be excited to know. Yeah, it's called Word Smog because that's an anagram of OMG words, which OMG words officially stands for orthogonal morpheme game of words or something like that. There's a really cryptic way of saying Scrabble. Why would you give me this piece in quick mode? There's no way I'm ever going to be able to use it. Not a word game person you can't even spell. I mean, few can't spell, and that hasn't stopped him being a word game person. So, honestly, T-Bago, I mean, yeah. What, few, you I don't think I've ever seen you type a sentence where every word was spelt correctly. Including that one. And that one. Well, hello Strategy, by the way, thanks for dropping by. You do struggle to spell the word strategy, which is not spelt with a J, but apart from that, I think your spelling is fine. Dyslexiable, you can only spell words wrong. Now that's a good idea. We do actually sort of have a variant that's that as well, which is called phonies, where you can only play things that aren't real words, and they don't have to be real words spelt wrong, but it's much funnier when they are. That's what we were playing at the end of last stream. If you can spell Western, like, yeah, but you demonstrate my point by spelling it Scrabble and Grandmaster. Yes, and yet this guy can rattle off anagrams as fast as anyone. So clearly, spelling is not a requirement. I mean, maybe it's just typing that he's bad at. I don't know. Maybe Few is a perfectly good speller, but somewhere between your brain and your fingers, things get a bit muddled, and then Yo Ned Slep, egg. That's true, actually, you do spell the word egg correctly, I'll give you that. You are top. Aerolith, ask Foundry. I don't doubt that you are, Few, because that's an anagramming game, and you are very good at anagramming games. Yes, if anyone would like to play an anagramming game and are not satisfied by the Infinity Words channel, which raided us earlier, then the next level of that sort of game is Aerolith, which is similar, as in you are given anagrams and have to type them in, but you're on a timer and you have to compete with other people, and there's a leaderboard and so on. And some of those other people are very, very good. I need to close this forest rather than put more forest around it. I'm saying not beating Foundry. Yeah, Foundering is one of the very good anagram people to which I was alluding. I don't think he cheats, Dustin. Not Dustin, Few. Same thing. I don't think he cheats. I think he's just very, very good. Dustin definitely cheats. I think we have incontrovertible proof of that at this point. I write a bot to cheat on errors. So I did actually consider a few. Whether I should write a bot to play Infinity Words. Basically, I was going to take a screen capture of the Infinity Word stream, run it through an OCR program, unscramble the words, and then type them in. And then I thought I could set it going overnight when nobody's in the stream, and we've only got someone in there to get 3 viewers for affiliate. I could also just define the words rather than actually typing them in, because that causes the Infinity Words bot to be credited with providing the answer rather than you. So you can make the bot win at its own game. Free viewership and activity. Well, if anyone is actually trying to solve the words, it would be a bit off-putting, because by the time they typed in the answer, the word would have gone. So I wouldn't do it if there was anyone else active. Why is this not giving me any rivers? Oh, it is giving me a river. As I say that, a river comes in. Don't have it spams it until we get... Yeah, I'd have to rate limit it. And I'd have to have the blacklist of offensive words, otherwise... the same thing would happen to me as has happened to your bot and your own account, which is... yeah, there are words you can't say on Twitch, or you just get shadow banned, apparently, which is depressing. Right, I can't complete this quest and that one, which is a shame. Oh, hell. This needs to be closed off, so the station is a good thing. This needs 4 houses. I've got 4 houses on this next tile, so I can use this somewhere else, and I will. That's unfortunate. I'm just slightly too short on trees now. Definitely run it while physics is doing 9+1. Yeah, that's what I wanted to avoid. I suppose if I did it slowly enough, maybe, and did it on my own account, maybe I could convince people that suddenly Emma is really good at anagrams. Seems unlikely though. Oh, I shouldn't do that. This needs a separate quest. Do balance side. Got fields coming. Please do it since physics. I mean, I don't know why you host this channel. If you just want to make everybody who plays it mad. It's important to make physics mad. Just physics. Okay. For those of you wondering what on earth we're talking about, physics underscore is underscore fun. Another Twitch streamer and Scrabble enthusiast, particularly anagram enthusiast. He hates Scrabble? Oh, is he just an anagram person then? He doesn't want to solve anagrams to be better at Scrabble. He just wants to solve anagrams to be good at solving anagrams. I can see that. That's fine. That's fair enough. Used to play Scrabble. Okay. It's it now. What put him off Scrabble then? He didn't like it when he played. Sorry, there's Scrabble lore emerging in my stream as we speak. I've always liked anagramming more than Scrabble. Yeah, I mean, different people like different things. There's nothing wrong with that. Few, as always, doesn't get it. See if I can close off this forest now. this piece is actually yeah, perfect. There we go. So I can close it off. Yeah, I can't close it off with this tile. It's too big. One more river for that. Join the Scrabble Club at MIT, but only play to socialise. Oh, is this physics you're talking about? Strategy. I mean, to be fair, you know, I joined a lot of clubs at my university just to socialise. I think that's a fairly common thing that people do, and I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with that. 6 was a group of 4 of them. Yeah, well, I mean, that was the same with me, minus the group of 4, because obviously I had no friends at uni. Still have no friends in real life. So yeah, Tibago. What Tibago said there. I have never really been able to socialise, and there are deep reasons behind that. 4380. I mean, that was better than my previous attempt. I wonder if I can just squeeze a couple more points out of this last time. Yeah, 4390. There we go. Right, I am probably going to end stream now because I have been going for 3¼ hours, which is a long time. I'm just going to demonstrate to Dustin how to speedrun quick mode. Yes. So, but you only score 170 points, and the dorf that you make is absolutely chaotic. No, I didn't get all 75 tiles. That's true. You could have a speedrun where you have to get all 75 tiles, which would require at least a token amount of thought to go into your tile placement. This looks like you trying to win few. Yes. Okay. Just for Dustin, I'll try and speedrun placing 75 tiles. So we'll extend the stream a few minutes. Sorry about that. Right. Here we go. Oops, misplay. Yeah, what you need to speedrun this is more accurate clicking than I have, I think. I think I can just get to the end now. I don't know if there's a speed run for this game or not. So that's either a world record or bottom of the leaderboard, depending on whether anyone has ever tried this before. Yeah, we can probably leave the stream there. Apologies to anyone just joining us. I will first of all say thank you to Ophelia6277 once again for the raid earlier, and I guess I'm contractually obliged to also thank Infinity Words for the raid consisting of 3 of Few's alternate accounts. And I'll look for something to raid into. So it doesn't look like anyone else is playing Dorf at the moment. I have a few other smaller streamers that I like to try and share around. Oh, there are speedrun categories. Okay, so speedrun categories are all classic mode, it sounds like. 2005, 1000, 10k, 25k. Yeah, the 2000 category would be quite fast. I mean, I got over 2000 there. But I suspect it's to be done in classic mode, not quick mode. 25k requires a bit more planning because you will lose before then unless you place things accurately. I'll have to check that out. That would be interesting to see what the time is for that. So I'm going to raid another smaller streamer who is not playing Dorf, but is playing Eco, which is another game I play. A streamer by the name of Pancakes Face. So everybody go ahead and check out that stream. I think they have a follower only chat because they've been subject to spam attacks recently, so apologies for that, but you know, it's quite understandable. And I will see you all again soon.